So when you know two of the three sides in a right triangle, to find the missing side, we could just call it x for now, we're going to apply Pythagorean theorem. So Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. It doesn't really matter between a and b. What matters is c. C is always the hypotenuse, which is the side across from the right angle, or the one not touching the right angle, either way you think about it. So that 7 has to go here. The order of the 5 and the x don't matter. I usually like to put a variable first, but it's the same way if I put 5 squared plus x squared because of something we call the commutative property of addition. We'll go ahead and rewrite these accordingly. And then you could use a calculator, of course. I just think some of this is a little bit quicker to do on paper. And then now we're going to take the square root of both sides. Well, technically when you take the square root of something squared, you get two answers, plus or minus. But because we're talking about a real life problem here or a triangle with side lengths, you're not going to say you have a negative length. So it is positive root 24. And something that we want to do at this point is to see if we should even put in the calculator. Let's see what we have here. Well, if we put it in the calculator, we're going to get some kind of decimal. So let's start doing process of elimination. We know it's not 24, it's root 24. These ones, I'm not sure just looking at them. So what we can do is simplify the root. And the process for doing that is not too tricky. What I like to teach my students is you go ahead and break it up into its prime factors. So first, what two numbers can multiply to 24? Well, could be 2 times 12, could be 3 times 8, could be 4 times 6. Doesn't really matter as long as it's true. You don't want to do 1 times 24, but what you do then is you circle any prime numbers. Well, 2 is actually the smallest prime number and the only even prime number. 1 is neither prime nor composite. Now 12 is composite, so we're going to break it down. Again, you have a couple options. I'm going to go with this. 2 is prime. We'll break down 6. And now we officially got it to where all we have are prime factors. Notice if you multiply these 4 circled numbers, you will get 24. And what we do now to figure out what can come out of the root is you need 2 of the same exact number. So I have 3 2's, but I just cross out 2 of them, and a 2 comes out. Anything that doesn't have a pair, like this 2 is now by itself, and this 3 is by itself, they go under the root and get multiplied. Anything that came out would have gotten multiplied as well. So now we have 2 root 6, which matches with A.